Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Native Speakers Channel. I'm Johnny, and I'm so excited you're here with us today. How's everyone doing? I hope you're ready for an amazing English lesson, because today we have something really special and super practical for all of you. Today, we're going to talk about something that many of you have requested: first day at work conversations. Whether you're starting a new job soon or you just want to prepare yourself for future opportunities, this lesson is perfect for you. We're going to learn all the essential phrases, greetings, and conversations you'll need on your first day at any workplace. And I'm not alone today. I have my wonderful co-host, Sarah, with me, and together we're going to make this lesson fun, easy to understand, and incredibly useful. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive right in. Sarah, are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready, Johnny. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. The first day at work can be nerve-wracking, right? But don't worry. By the end of this lesson, you'll feel confident and prepared.
Perfect. So, Sarah, let's start from the very beginning. Imagine it's someone's first day at work. They walk into the office. What's the first thing they should do?
Great question, Johnny. The first thing you should do is find the reception desk or the person who's expecting you. Usually, on your first day, someone from Human Resources, we call it HR, will be waiting for you. So you might say something like this: "Good morning, my name is Maria Garcia, and today is my first day. I'm here to meet with the HR department."
Excellent. Let me break that down for our viewers. First, you start with a greeting. Good morning or good afternoon, depending on the time. Then you introduce yourself with your full name, and then you explain why you're there. Sarah, what if the receptionist isn't sure who you are?
Good point, Johnny. The receptionist might ask you some questions to help you. They might say, "Welcome, what position are you starting today?" Or, "Which department will you be working in?" So you need to know your job title and your department name.
Exactly. For example, you might answer, "I'm starting as a marketing assistant in the marketing department," or "I'm the new sales associate for the sales team." It's important to know these details before your first day.
Absolutely. Now, Johnny, after you check in at reception, usually someone will come to get you and take you to your desk or to a meeting room. This is often your supervisor or manager. What should you say when you meet them for the first time?
This is a crucial moment. When you meet your manager for the first time, you want to make a great impression. Stand up if you're sitting, smile, make eye contact, and offer a handshake. You can say something like, "Good morning. I'm so happy to meet you. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm really excited to be here and to start working with the team."
That's perfect, Johnny. And your manager will probably respond with something like, "Welcome to the team. We're excited to have you here. Let me show you around the office." This is when you'll get your office tour.
Right. During the office tour, your manager will show you important places. Let's practice what they might say. Sarah, can you be the manager and show me around?
Of course. Okay, Johnny, let me show you where everything is. This is the main office area where most of the team works. Over there is the break room. That's where we have coffee, tea, and you can heat your lunch in the microwave. The restrooms are down that hallway on your left, and this door here leads to the conference rooms where we have our meetings.
Great. Now, as the new employee, you should pay attention and maybe take mental notes. It's also okay to ask questions. You could say, "Thank you for showing me around. Where should I put my personal belongings?" Or, "What time does the team usually take lunch?"
Excellent questions, Johnny. Asking questions shows that you're engaged and interested. Your manager will appreciate it. Now, let's talk about meeting your colleagues, your coworkers. This can feel a bit intimidating, but it's actually a great opportunity to start building relationships.
Absolutely. Your manager will usually introduce you to the team. They might say something like, "Everyone, I'd like you to meet Johnny. He's joining us as our new graphic designer. Johnny, this is the creative team." Then what should you do, Sarah?
You should smile, make eye contact with everyone, and give a brief, friendly introduction. You can say, "Hi everyone, I'm Johnny, and I'm thrilled to be joining the team. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you. Please feel free to come talk to me anytime. I'd love to get to know everyone better."
That's perfect. Keep it short, positive, and friendly. Now, your colleagues might introduce themselves individually. They'll probably say their name and what they do. For example, "Hi Johnny, I'm Lisa. I'm the senior designer. If you need any help with design software or have any questions, just let me know."
Exactly. And here's an important tip for our viewers. Try to remember people's names. It's really hard on the first day when you meet so many people, but do your best. You can even write names down later to help you remember.
Great advice. Now, you might repeat their name when responding to help you remember it. You could say, "Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate that. I'm sure I'll have some questions as I get started, so it's great to know you're available."
Perfect. Now, Johnny, let's talk about your workspace. Your manager will take you to your desk or office. What kinds of things might they explain?
They'll show you your computer and explain how to log in. They might say, "Here's your workstation. Your computer login information is in this envelope. Your username is your first initial and last name, and you'll need to create a new password when you first log in. You'll also need to set up your email account."
Right, and you might need to ask some questions about the technology. You could ask, "Is there an IT department I should contact if I have technical problems?" Or, "How do I access the company's shared files and documents?"
Excellent questions. Technology setup can be confusing on the first day, so don't be afraid to ask for help. It's much better to ask than to struggle silently. Now, Sarah, what about the company's schedule and expectations? What should a new employee know?
That's really important. You should ask about work hours, dress code, and daily routines. You might ask your manager, "What time does the workday typically start and end?" Or, "Is there a specific dress code I should follow?" Or, "Are there any regular team meetings I should know about?"
Those are all essential questions. And here's another important one. How should I communicate with you and the team? Do you prefer email, instant messaging, or in-person conversations? Every workplace has different communication preferences.
Exactly. Some offices use Slack or Microsoft Teams for quick messages, while others prefer email for everything. It's good to know the company culture. Now, let's talk about lunchtime. On your first day, you might not know anyone well enough to have lunch plans. What should you do?
Great topic. You have a few options. You could ask a colleague, "Would you like to have lunch together? I'd love to learn more about the company and the team." Most people are happy to help new employees feel welcome. Or you might ask your manager, "What do people usually do for lunch? Are there good restaurants nearby?"
Yes, and if someone invites you to lunch, definitely say yes. It's a great way to get to know your colleagues in a more relaxed setting. You could say, "That would be wonderful, thank you. I'd really appreciate the company."
Absolutely. During lunch, you can ask casual questions about the workplace. Things like, "How long have you been working here?" Or, "What's your favorite thing about working for this company?" Or, "Are there any tips you'd give to someone new?"
Perfect questions, Johnny. Now let's talk about the afternoon of your first day. You'll probably start some actual work. Your manager might give you some initial tasks or training materials. They might say, "This afternoon, I'd like you to review these training documents and watch these orientation videos. Take your time and let me know if you have any questions."
Right, and you should respond professionally. "Thank you. I'll review these materials this afternoon. Should I take notes, and is there anything specific I should focus on?" This shows you're organized and proactive.
Exactly. Now, as you're working through your first tasks, you might need to ask for help. How should you do that politely?
Good question. Always be polite when asking for help. You can say, "Excuse me, Sarah, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm having trouble understanding this procedure. Would you have a few minutes to help me?" Or, "When you have a moment, could you please explain how this system works?"
Perfect. And remember to thank people when they help you. Say, "Thank you so much for explaining that. I really appreciate your help." Or, "That makes so much more sense now. Thanks for taking the time to show me."
Absolutely. Gratitude goes a long way in building good relationships with colleagues. Now, Sarah, what about when things go wrong? What if you make a mistake on your first day?
Oh, that's a realistic scenario. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when they're new. The important thing is how you handle it. If you make a mistake, be honest and take responsibility. You could say, "I apologize, I made an error with this report. I'm still learning the system. Could you help me understand what I should do differently next time?"
That's an excellent response. It shows maturity and a willingness to learn. You're not making excuses, you're acknowledging the mistake and asking how to improve. That's exactly what managers want to see.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the end of your first day. Before you leave, there are some important things to do. What should someone do before going home, Johnny?
Great question. First, check in with your manager. You could say, "Before I leave for the day, is there anything else you need me to complete?" This shows you're responsible and committed. Your manager will probably say, "No, you're all set for today. Great first day."
Perfect. And then you should say, "Thank you so much for a great first day. I learned a lot, and I'm excited to come back tomorrow. Have a good evening." This leaves a positive impression.
Absolutely. You might also say goodbye to your immediate teammates. "It was nice meeting everyone today. I'll see you all tomorrow." Keep it brief and friendly.
Yes. Now, Johnny, let's talk about some common situations that might happen on a first day. What if someone offers to take you out for coffee or drinks after work?
That's a nice gesture. If you're comfortable and have time, you should probably accept. You can say, "That sounds great. I'd love to. Thank you for the invitation." This is a good opportunity to build relationships outside of the formal office setting.
Exactly. But if you can't make it or don't feel comfortable, it's okay to politely decline. That's so kind of you to offer. Unfortunately, I have plans this evening, but I'd love to take a rain check, maybe another time.
Perfect. Take a rain check is an idiom that means you're declining this time but would like to do it another time. It's a polite way to say no without offending anyone.
Great explanation. Now let's practice some specific workplace vocabulary that our viewers need to know. Johnny, what's the difference between a colleague, a coworker, and a teammate?
Excellent question. These words are very similar. A colleague is a professional term for someone who works at the same company as you. A coworker means the same thing but is slightly more casual. A teammate specifically refers to someone who works on your direct team or on the same projects as you. You can use any of these terms, but colleague sounds the most professional.
Perfect. Now, what about supervisor, manager, and boss? Are these the same?
They're very similar. A supervisor directly oversees your work and gives you assignments. A manager usually has more responsibility and might manage several employees or an entire department. Boss is the most casual term and can refer to anyone who has authority over you at work. In formal situations, use supervisor or manager. With friends, you might say boss.
Great. Now let's talk about some phrases you'll hear often in the workplace. What does it mean when someone says, "Let's touch base"?
Touch base means to make contact and check in with someone, usually briefly. If your manager says, "Let's touch base tomorrow morning," they mean, "Let's meet tomorrow morning briefly to discuss progress." It comes from baseball, where players touch the bases as they run.
I love that. What about circle back? That's a very common phrase in offices.
Circle back means to return to a topic or discussion later. For example, "I don't have the answer right now, but let me circle back with you this afternoon." It means, "I'll get back to you with information later."
Perfect. And loop someone in. What does that mean?
Loop someone in means to include someone in a conversation or email chain so they have the information. Your manager might say, "Can you loop Sarah in on this email? She needs to know about this project too." It means to add someone to the communication.
Excellent. Now let's talk about email etiquette on your first day. You'll probably need to send emails to introduce yourself or ask questions. What should a professional email look like, Johnny?
Great question. A professional email has several parts. First, the subject line should be clear and specific. For example, introduction, new marketing assistant, or question about project timeline. Then start with a greeting, Dear Mr. Smith, or Hi Sarah, depending on the formality of your workplace. Next, introduce yourself if the person doesn't know you yet. My name is Johnny Martinez, and I'm the new graphic designer who joined the team today. Then, state your purpose clearly. I'm writing to introduce myself and express my excitement about joining the team. Or, I have a question about the file sharing system. Then, end with a polite closing. Thank you for your time, or I look forward to working with you. Then, sign your name.
That's perfect. And here's an important tip. Always proofread your emails before sending them. Check for spelling and grammar mistakes. Your emails represent you professionally.
Absolutely. Now, Sarah, what about phone etiquette? What if you need to answer the office phone on your first day?
Good question. When answering the office phone, you should say something like, Good morning, marketing department. This is Sarah speaking. How may I help you? Always identify yourself and your department and offer to help.
Perfect. And if someone calls for another person who isn't available, you might say, I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson is away from his desk right now. May I take a message? Or would you like his voicemail?
Exactly. Always be polite and professional on the phone. Speak clearly and at a moderate pace. If you don't understand something, it's okay to say, I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? Or, could you spell that name for me, please?
Great advice. Now let's talk about do's and don'ts for your first day at work. Sarah, what are some things people should definitely do on their first day?
Okay, here are the important do's. Do arrive early. Aim to be there 10 to 15 minutes before your official start time. Do dress professionally. It's better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed on your first day. Do smile and make eye contact. This makes you appear confident and friendly. Do take notes. Bring a notebook and write down important information. Do ask questions. It's better to ask than to make mistakes. Do be positive and enthusiastic. Show that you're happy to be there. Do thank people who help you. Gratitude makes a great impression.
Those are all excellent. Now, let me share some important don'ts. Don't be late. This makes a terrible first impression. Don't spend time on your personal phone. Stay focused on work. Don't gossip or speak negatively about anyone. Even if others do, you shouldn't. Don't pretend to know something when you don't. It's okay to be a learner. Don't eat at your desk if others don't. Follow the office culture. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself. Take initiative to meet people. Don't forget people's names immediately after meeting them. Make an effort to remember.
Excellent list, Johnny. Those tips will really help our viewers succeed on their first day. Now let's end with some encouragement. Starting a new job is exciting, but also stressful. What would you say to someone nervous about their first day?
I'd say remember that everyone was new once. Your colleagues understand what it's like to be the new person. Most people want to help you succeed because your success helps the whole team. Be yourself, stay positive, ask questions, and don't expect to know everything on day one. It's called a first day for a reason. It's just the beginning of your journey.
That's beautiful, Johnny. And I'd add, give yourself grace. You will make small mistakes, you will forget some names, and you might feel overwhelmed at times. That's completely normal. Focus on learning, building relationships, and showing your willingness to grow. Your positive attitude matters more than being perfect.
Absolutely. And remember, viewers, preparation is key. Review the company website before your first day. Know your manager's name and your job title. Plan your route to work so you arrive on time. Prepare some questions to ask and get a good night's sleep.
Perfect advice. And bring these essential items: a notebook and pen, your identification documents, any paperwork you were asked to complete, your lunch or money for lunch, and a positive attitude.
Excellent. So let's do a quick review of everything we've learned today. On your first day at work, you should arrive early, check in at reception professionally, make a great first impression with your manager, pay attention during your office tour, introduce yourself confidently to colleagues, ask questions when you need help, be polite and grateful, learn the company's systems and culture, connect with teammates, and end the day by checking in with your manager.
Perfect summary. And remember these key phrases. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited to be here. Could you please explain? I appreciate your help. Would you like to have lunch together? And thank you for a great first day.
Well, everyone, we've covered so much today. I hope you feel more confident and prepared for your first day at work. Remember, you've got this. Every successful professional was once the new person walking through the door on their first day.
Absolutely. We believe in you. If this lesson was helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Native Speakers channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our lessons. We create content to help you speak English confidently in real-life situations.
And leave us a comment. Tell us, have you started a new job recently? How was your first day? What advice would you give to others? We love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, we're here to support your English learning journey every step of the way.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking English. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Good luck on your first day at work.